Good afternoon, everyone. This is meteorologist Kyle Wheeler with the National Weather Service in San Diego, back with your weather outlook for the week of December 3rd, 2024. So the key things we'll be focusing on this week is that for the next few days, we'll be seeing some patchy fog near our coastal areas, and then that will be pushed out of the area starting Friday when we have offshore flow bringing Santa Ana winds into our area late this week, and that will decrease our humidities and increase our temperatures and lead to some elevated fire weather conditions, and that will last through the weekend and potentially into early next week as well. But before that happens, once again, we'll be seeing some patchy fog each morning through Friday morning this week. On Wednesday morning, the fog will most likely be centered over some of our inland valleys in San Diego County, as well as Orange County inland. The shades on these maps where it's more warm colors, the pink and oranges, indicate higher probabilities for visibility of less than 1 mile, so that can lead to some hazardous travel conditions. Once again, on Wednesday morning, we're thinking more western valleys, and then Thursday morning and Friday morning, that fog will be more centered close to the coastline and on the nearshore waters, somewhere like I-5. And especially Friday morning, as the Santa Ana winds start to push in, we'll most likely be seeing fog on the immediate coastline, if anywhere. And then by the weekend, we'll no longer be seeing fog. And so starting on Friday, we're going to be seeing, once again, Santa Ana winds across our area. And the two ingredients we have in place to make that happen is that we're going to have winds above us, or upper level winds, coming from the land and pushing out to sea. So it's bringing in dry air from Nevada and Northern California into our area. And then, as you see on the right side of the screen here, we have a high pressure system in place over the Great Basin as well, which is like Idaho, Nevada, Utah area. And that's also going to help drive our Santa Ana winds. And what this is going to do is it's going to warm us up and it's going to dry us out. And we're going to be seeing gusty winds, particularly for portions of the Inland Empire and coastal slopes of our mountains, where we might see winds of like 35 to 45 miles an hour. Now, keep in mind, this is not a strong Santa Ana event by any means. In fact, it's probably a pretty weak one. But nonetheless, it's a good thing to keep tabs on, especially for our partners in fire operations. So just a quick look at the direct impacts of the Santa Ana winds across our area. The gusts will be anywhere on the order of 20 to 30 miles an hour for most areas, maybe, like I said, 35 to 45 miles an hour in some of our gustier passes and coastal slopes of the mountains. That's not really showing up on our wind gust map yet, but that's because it's still a ways out, and we're fairly confident winds will be a bit higher than what's shown here on the map. But also, we're going to be seeing, once again, very dry conditions across the area, relative humidity values of 10 to 15% in some pockets west of the mountains, which once again will lead to some elevated fire weather conditions. So just avoid burning if at all possible, and just be aware of that through this weekend. And it's starting to look like that pattern will stick around through early next week. This plot here shows what we call our Santa Ana wind index, and that comes from SDG&E. And this index shows a bit of a peak on the 6th and 7th, or Friday and Saturday, as we talked about just a few moments ago. But there's starting to be a secondary peak towards the right side of our plot on top here, that's showing the potential for more Santa Ana winds next Monday into next Tuesday. And we don't really know many details about that yet, but we'll be keeping an eye on it. And if it becomes more likely that this will occur, we'll certainly keep you all posted on that. So with how dry it's been so far this year, that could be an issue for fire weather. So hopefully, as we get into the coming weeks, we'll start to see a little bit of rain across the area. But as of right now, nothing in the way of precipitation in the forecast. That's all for this week, and we'll see you all in the next Weather Outlook next Monday.